Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Let's see. Sue Smith. Hello. Get in here, get in here, get in here, get in here, get in here. Where's my bell? Get in here, get in here, get in here. I need my UK family. I need my UK family. Yes, 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 yes. Wait a minute. Interested to know. Drop from the gentleman. What? What gentleman? Gentleman. So she was supposed to play in a movie or a show. Bankrupt Harry. Lord have mercy. There is so many articles. Article here, article there, article everywhere about the gruesome twosome. And my husband is like, whoa. He said Meghan and Harry have been in the news a lot. We're going to play some music, get everybody warmed up. Happy Sunday to everyone. Welcome in. Praise God. Give the Lord some praise. I know that's right. He is an awesome God that we serve. Yeah, I woke up like this. I bet I scared the hell out of my husband. All right, let me share my screen. Come on in so we can discuss this. I need your help anyway. I do. There's so many articles. There's so many. This is happening. That's happening. This is going on with the gruesome twosome. And I want to know what's real and what's fake. Because I don't trust everything. Hello, Lizzie, if you're out there. Fanadues. Where my Fanadues at?
Yeah. Let's grab it. Come on,
Stop, Demon Dictator. Are you free today?
Come on, lady, let's jump up and do. All of that channel got a royalty news. Flashing lemon nasty as you keep it refined. Sovereignty and the royalty combined. Share listen to the story, every side, every view. No jumping to conclusion, that's what they do. Not a fan.
Just all the
stories. That's the royalty. Go on and recognize, subscribe, do. Lady last shot, step into the room. Crown on her head and the tea goes boom. Got a kettle on, I got the receipts on deck. Been a dudes in the chat like what happened next. She don't need drama, she don't need a fight. She hear both sides and get the story right. Classy in the daytime, classy at night. Even when the comment section started looking like a fight. She said, hold it all and I said I'm on. Before somebody's reputation takes a fall. Royalty served with a biscuit or two. Lady Lottie, she got no panel to crow. Lady Lottie, got no panel to do. Well, I got a channel, got the royalty, no. She classy, never nasty, yeah, she keep you ever fine. Covering the tea and the royalty combined. She listen to the story, every side, every view. No jumping to conclusions, that's what lady do. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's the royal decree. God's every king, now subscribe to me. To me, tea in the cup, tea all over the screen. Lady got opinions, but she keeps them pristine. Somebody said, lady, you gotta pick a side. She said, darling, I'm listening, let's take that ride. One side said this, other side said that. Hey, lady takes notes while she adjusts her hair. And all fan to do laughing, girl, you better go. She says, I get the facts before I steal the show. Yeah, royal family drama, yeah, bring it on through. But don't spill the tea on the royal shoe. She'll cover the palace, the crown, and the crown's tea. And probably explain it while sipping green. Come join the that she shut up and no do. Got a channel, got a royalty news. Classy, never nasty, how she keeps it real fun. Covering the tea and the royalty.
Come on in here now.
Yeah, listen to the story, every side, every view. No conclusions, that's what lady do. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's a royal decree. God's every king, not subscriber do to me. Fanadoo's assemble, everybody get ready. Lady Lottie, she's commentary steady. She got the tea kettle doing overtime. Somebody pass the biscuits, it's commentary time. No need for a sword, no need for a crown. She'll politely turn the royal gossip upside down. If the palace gets messy, she'll be right on the case. With a cup in her hand and a smile on her face. She says, darling, let's not get carried away. We'll hear everybody before we call it a day. Classy, never nasty, that's the motto she knew. Lady Lottie, and a fan of do crew. Come join Lady Lottie and a fan of do low. Pull out of that channel, got a royalty news. She classy, never nasty, yeah, she keeps it refined. Covering the tea and the royalty combined. She listen to the story, every side, every view. No jumping to conclusion, that's what royal lady do. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's a royal decree. God said the king, now subscribe do to me. Subscribe do. Don't be shy, step through. Finna do squad, what it do, what it do. Grab your little teacup, put your pinky up. High, royalty so high, it's about to touch the sky. Lady says, be classy, everybody says too. Somebody spill the tea, somebody blame the crew. Kettle started rattling, the biscuits flew. And Lady Lottie, she said I didn't do it, did you? Come join Lady Lottie, channel fan of the zoo. Pull out that channel, got the royalty news. Classy, never nasty, yeah, she keeps it real fine. Covering the tea and the royalty combined. She listen to the story, every side, every view. No jumping to conclusions, that's what lady you. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's a royal decree. God save the king, now subscribe and do the mid. Subscribe and do. Subscribe and do. Lady Lottie, shop.
Lady
I'm a fan of do crew.
What?
Wow, you guys, I'm very shocked. Stephen A. Smith got a little bit of goddamn sense. Let's go ahead and get into this video.
Speaks reality tea. What's up? Let's move here. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. Val is in the house. I know that's right. I'm gonna stop by and say hello to Val.
You know, the promise that we're gonna do things different, and because we're human, we don't always get it. We don't always get it right the first time. But if we are blessed, and if we are given grace, how God allows us to move in a world that we have no compass for. Good morning, sis. How we move through this life, never thinking that there is a supernatural power that wants to keep us safe, a supernatural power that wants us to feel love and mercy. And I think we get so busy in our lives that we spend a lot of time trying to take care of other people, especially Black women, especially mothers of all colors. We spend a lot of time trying to take care of the children.
Shout out to Val. Go check her out. I'm going to put her link in the description box. If you want a little Lord on Sunday morning or any other day, go check her channel out. She may have a word for you. The Lord might be pulling you over there and you don't even know it. And I speak for myself too. There you go, Val. That's Val. That's where she is right now. But don't leave me. Don't take off. Now, I'm going to move on. Give it up for Sue Smith. She has 78 subscribers. She's not hurting.
Good morning, everybody. Well, you guys always say you like really long videos. Here you go. Harry has been hit with two enormous developments at once. We have a major decision in his court battle. And while that's happening, Harry and Meghan are preparing to take their family back to Britain. But there's a lot more going on with this return than what the headlines are telling you. And yeah, I did a deep dive. You know how I am. And by the way, the Sussex squad is going straight up crazy.
The Sussex squad.
There's a lot. Let's get busy. We're going to start off this morning with Harry and the six.
The Sussex squad has snapped a doolittle. They don't know what to do with Meghan and Harry going back to the lion's den. What do you think the Sussex squad is about to lose their minds? I would love to know. Early do. Hello, Cassandra. And Marie, feel free to come over here with us. Now, Meghan and Harry going back to the UK. That's all we've been talking about. That's all everybody is talking about. Are they leaving or not? Are they going back to Great Britain? Are they going back to the UK? Are they going back to the lion's den? Remember they were running? Freedom! Freedom!
Other high
This is about the money that Harry owes $10 million to the Daily Mail for talking crazy, in my opinion. For lying. For lying. Harry got in trouble for lying. Okay? Lying. $10 million.
profile individuals. They were ordered to pay the interim £9.54 million or $13 million payment to Associated Newspaper, the publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. Now, this is in the written, judgment from the High Court. The group must settle this initial payment towards the publisher's legal costs by 4 p.m. on August 28th.
This week or next week, Harry's got to pull out his pocket or do. Okay? And him and Elton John do too. They got to pull out their pocket or dues and go get that moolah. Okay? They got to go get that moolah and pay up. You too, Elton John, get in that pocket. Talking about. Come to find out, all y'all was lying. A liar do. A liar do. Okay? Quit lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying.
following their failed invasion of privacy lawsuit.
What?
The cost order follows the ruling last month by Judge Nicklin, who dismissed the group's lawsuit. Now, keep in mind, you've got Sir Elton John, David Furnish, Elizabeth Hurley, Sadie Frost, Sir Simon Hughes, and Baroness Doreen Lawrence. FYI, the judge also ruled that outstanding fees must be paid on an indemnity basis. And that means the claimants must contribute to the legal bill without the A&L having to prove every expense was strictly reasonable or proportionate. You guys should know that A&L's total defense expenses across the 4-year litigation topped 34 million pounds. The 9.54 million is just an interim payment. The final amount that they're going to owe will be decided during subsequent detailed assessment hearings.
Hello, Demon Dictator.
Hi, everyone.
How are you doing, lovely?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Ooh.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm great. I'm trying to figure out. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey,
Just getting
Debbie.
comfortable.
I'm wondering what we're trying to be distracted from with the situation of nonsense with Harry and Meghan. Debbie, help us and me, and Demon Dictator, help me. Help me understand what is going on with the gruesome twosome. I heard from Sue Smith that there is some complications going on and some stuff going on, and that's what we're going to be listening to right now. And she is talking about his money he owed on the 28th, and he better pay up. They are talking about some stupid movie Meghan was going to play in for Netflix. Woody woo! They still hanging on to that. They're going to mess around and get cut. I'm surprised they are even negotiating or dealing with this menace to society, but I guess they got this big relationship and they think that she can draw a crowd. Let's see. What are your thoughts, Demon Dictator?
Well, we're going to find out what's going on soon because they ran from something. They're coming over here. So that she was, what I believe, what has been reported about the film role was she asked Guy Ritchie for a role in, he's got a TV series on Netflix called The Gentleman, and she asked him for a role in it. And so they were under negotiations, and apparently it's now been withdrawn because of all the backlash. So Guy Ritchie has withdrawn the, yeah. But there's also other reports that there isn't even a third series anyway, so there might not have actually been a role in anyway. So as always, there's conflicting reports, but the acting gig as of the moment doesn't exist. So we'll see what the real reason why they came back.
That's a good question. Can they file an appeal?
They can file an appeal if they actually have a reason to appeal.
Like evidence?
So you just say, you can't just say, oh, I disagree with you and I want to appeal because I disagree. They have to have evidence and say, you know, the judge was wrong in this point, or the prosecution was wrong, or the evidence was wrong. They have to actually have a reason to appeal rather than just because they don't like the answer.
Hello, Susie. Hello, Susie Mac. Guys, those of you that are in the other screen, you might want to come over here to the full screen where we're at so you can see the comments. Just a suggestion. That's not how it happens here in the United States. In the United States, you can appeal and you can be in litigation forever. Like me and Maggot. I was going to appeal. She was going to appeal since she lost. And she just had to pay $500. Once she paid the $500, then we were going to have to go to a different court to settle it. A whole new court, bigger. And but but they still, it's the same, a little bit like yours. They still have to find, you know, you can appeal, period. You can appeal anytime, it doesn't matter if you find evidence or not. You can stall it.
Yeah, you can drag court cases out for many years if you've got the money for it. But
Okay.
I think in this case, I think in this case it would be the bill's pretty big as it is. I wouldn't want to drag that legal cost out any longer. It's pretty big as it is.
Because he has to
But
pay
sorry, say again. You got cut off.
he has to pay his own legal fees, right?
Well, some of them, I believe, their solicitors are a no win, no fee. So if they don't win, they don't pay. So yeah, some of them have a no win, no fee.
Debbie said they only have to make a down payment. Is the 13 million payment the total amount due? And Debbie says, no, people's just a down payment. Is the down payment 9.5?
Yeah, 9.5 million they've got to pay by next week. That's a down payment.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the rest of it will be decided. There's another judge, a specialist cost judge, another one, who will now decide. He will break up the final amount and decide who gets to pay what.
Okay. Debbie says what she is considering nonsense, non-existing acting role, and today the heartbreak of leaving the chickens behind. I think they're in some serious trouble.
They are.
That's right. And they don't know if they need to go left or right because they messed around and listened to Meghan's ideas to come to the United States in the freaking first place, to brand her. And now that she can't get her stuff off the ground, her rebranding herself, all about me, or something has happened in the gruesome twosome household where they need to get to the UK. And maybe it's because they know Charles is sick. And if they don't have a stake somewhere over there, they could get left out of everything. Of course.
Yeah. William won't. Yeah, they've got to come back while Charles is still here because William won't have it. But I think there's something much bigger going on. They're running. There's a lot of stuff going on in their lives. They've got multiple court cases. They are allegedly already broke, and this is going to topple them. Plus, they got Sophie Chanduka come in.
That's still coming this week, isn't it?
September.
Okay, my birthday's in September 7th. I will be 54. Lord.
Yeah, with Virgos. Yeah, mine is on Monday, 31st, last day of August.
Oh, we gotta celebrate.
Yeah, I'll be 51. Oh my God. Have you cut yourself off? I think she's cut herself off.
I'm trying to make sure I got my birthday right. How old I am. I have to ask my husband. Babe, how old will you be? You're gonna be 55 years old? You're an old man. But you don't look it at all. I'll be 54.
Yeah.
I don't look 54.
Not at all.
No, you don't.
We're down.
Whoa, good for you, babe. I didn't know you were going to be young when I married you. I didn't know what you were going to turn out to look like. Yeah, you do. You still got it going on, honey. Dewdrop. Demon Dictator, and that's just on the UK side of things. Wow. Let's see what Sue is saying. Let's see if we agree with what Sue's got.
For some of these claimants, their share.
I did talk to Sue. I told you that, right?
Yes, yeah. You spoke to her live on when we were on.
She called me, and yeah, we had a great conversation. Okay, let me continue.
Could potentially be a very significant financial burden, especially if their insurance does not cover what they expected it to cover, because we have heard rumblings that the insurance is trying to get out of paying due to some clauses that they had in the contract. All right, let's move on now to our bigger story. My goodness, this story has changed dramatically in the last 24 hours. First, we were told that Harry, Meghan, and the kids were moving back to Britain with the children, that the children were enrolled in British schools, a place to live has been arranged, the king was informed, and Harry and Meghan are expected back in Britain for what was initially described as an extended period. So, of course, headlines immediately started calling this a reverse Megxit. But now we're getting clarification that apparently they aren't moving back permanently. Sources speaking to TMZ said this is an open-ended but temporary stay. And what does that mean? And the answer was Harry and Meghan are going to take it day by day. They're keeping the Montecito house. Their businesses are remaining in California. Doria is remaining in California. And Harry and Meghan are not returning as working royals. So this is not Megxit being undone. And the more I've gone through these stories, the more I've realized there are really just two questions. Why are they coming back? And how long has this been planned for? Now, there were signs. So let's start with something that didn't seem terribly significant when it happened, and that would be Joss Stone. Nearly a year ago, she returned to Britain after living in the U.S., and she spoke about a conversation she had with Harry. And according to the reports, Harry was interested in her decision to bring her family home and what the experience was like. So at the time, you could easily dismiss that as a conversation between two people who both lived abroad. But now it looks more interesting because that wasn't the only sign. We also now have reporting that Harry and Meghan conducted what was described as a secret reconnaissance in the Cotswolds ahead of this move.
Oh.
So there's been considerable speculation about where they're going to live, with the Cotswolds repeatedly appearing as a possibility. And if they were already looking at locations, that tells us this was not a decision somebody made over breakfast last Tuesday. And then, of course, we have the July visit. And I think we need to look at that visit again, knowing what we know today. Visit in July looks very different now because Meghan returned to Britain. Archie and Lily returned. The entire family was there together. They visited Althorpe, which is the Spencer family estate and the burial place of Princess Diana. And more importantly, they spent private time with King Charles and Queen Camilla at Highgrove. And it was supposedly, allegedly, the first time Charles had seen the kids in 4 years. And at the time, it was presented largely as a family reunion. But now, weeks later, we're being told the children are going to be attending school in Britain and Harry and Meghan will be living there for an extended period of time. It certainly makes the trip more significant in hindsight. And now we add the next piece. The fact that the kids are enrolled in school shows that this is really more substantial than an extended holiday. They've been enrolled in British schools and schools starting. And that's, again, not something you organize overnight. You have to research, apply, determine where you're going to live, work out transportation and security, and make arrangements for the children's lives in California. And you have to coordinate all that with your work. So regardless of where Harry and Meghan now describe this as a temporary living situation, enrolling two children in British schools indicates a level of preparation. And there's another fascinating element, and it's the fact that the king didn't know until Sunday. So if all of these reports are accurate, there were already conversations about Britain, reconnaissance to the Cotswolds, a family visit in July, school arrangements, a UK residence, and yet Charles wasn't informed of their plans until days before the public announcement. So we don't know when each individual decision was made. And I don't think it's fair to say Harry deliberately concealed some fully formed plan from his dad, but it certainly doesn't look like Charles orchestrated this. And this brings me to something that's irritating me about all of this coverage. Stop blaming Charles. I've seen reporting quoting sources saying Charles is the reason they're returning and he's somehow responsible. I'm sorry. Harry's a grown man. He's 41 years old. He doesn't need his father's permission to move to Britain. And Charles doesn't have authority to tell his adult son, you can't come back to this country. Harry's British. If he wants to live in Britain, he can go home. If Meghan and the kids are legally able to reside there with him, that's their decision. Charles can determine what happens within the institution of the monarchy. The palace can say Harry's not a working royal. Charles can uphold Queen Elizabeth's decision that there's no half in, half out. Harry can't simply announce he's going to carry out engagements for the crown. These are different questions. This is all Harry's doing. And Buckingham Palace has reportedly made it very clear that their status isn't changing. They're private individuals.
What does she mean is all Harry? Is she saying this is Harry's idea to go back?
Yeah, because people keep kicking King Charles. King Charles should have stopped this. King Charles should do something. It's not King Charles's responsibility. Harry's a 40-year-old man, married man with kids. They can do what they want.
That is so true. Like, I mean, it's weird. It's kind of interesting to see them get mad at him as if he has control over any of that.
Exactly. I said this the last time. They always kick King Charles. He's responsible for Harry and Meghan. He's responsible for Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He's not responsible for another grown adult.
No. And where he goes and where he wants to live and so on and so on. But I think Harry has told Meghan, if we don't get back to Great Britain, we may be left out of the wheel.
I just think that because they came over in July we saw them at the All Four Estate and everything else. July is that was July. We're now at the end of August. That's not a long-term plan. That was not, if we decided to come back a year ago,
right?
July to August, that's quick. That is not like we came in July to look at houses and look at schools. We didn't come last year to look at houses and look at schools and get it all prepared. We came like 4 weeks before we were due. That's quick.
Situation.
To me, that just looks like we running from something.
Yeah.
That's very, very quick. You have special relocation companies because we use them for work. Because I work for a big international company, and we have people moving offices and countries. One person can live in one country and then they get moved to another office in another country. And we use relocation companies who deal with everything. They deal with the visas, they deal with the move-in, they find the house for you. If the children need to go to school, that all gets dealt with. So they have a special company that does it. You don't have to do it yourself. You just got to decide where sometimes, someone comes over and has a look at the houses, and you go and decide which house you can have, which house you want, but you can only have what there is. Right. So that all gets done for you. So it's not, you can do it pretty quickly. If you need to move someone quick, you can get it done quite quickly. But like I said, they just decided right now we're coming.
Which makes everybody think that, to me, they're running from something. For it to be such a quick, we're moving back. Like, when was this planned? When were you guys thinking about this? Were you been thinking about this all a long time? Or did you just decide when you went back? I think her father said something to him.
I think for them to just go, Dad, we're coming back to England within a couple of weeks. It was, I think they would have told him a long time ago. It's got nothing to do with the king anyway. They can come back if they want. They didn't have to tell the king or the royal family. They did. But it just stinks of like a quick run. They're running from something because they've got, like I said, they've got this court case, Sophie Chanduka, over here, plus allegedly he owes £1 million for the Rabeck stuff. In the States, he's got the visa issue. He's got the visa issue. There is a RICO case, actually, because I watched IHR Jen, and she had a lawyer on there, and there is a RICO case in Georgia with him, filed in Georgia with him, Beyonce, and P. Diddy, but he doesn't think it's real. It might just be somebody messing around or some threat or something or other, because he said if it was a real, genuine case, it would have been all over the press. It would have been a big thing. So the fact that nobody's reporting on it, he doesn't think.
Right. I agree with you. You there? Demon Dictator? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Debbie says they aren't going to be in the will. Oh, as we Americans think of it, there will be small things left, but most everything will go to the next monarchy. William. Okay.
The thing is, this is what I said before, the royal family are not cash rich. You know,
right.
William will inherit everything. Yeah, he property, jewels, all the jewels, houses, they're not cash rich. So yes, William will get everything because he's king, but he can, you know, Charles can leave stuff to Harry. I believe he will, because he has 2 grandchildren. I don't think he's going to be a mean person and cut him out of the will.
Right. Okay.
He will provide something. He's not a bad person, but I think he will provide something. But we'll just have to see what happens before he passes. If like I was saying the other day, if she splits and she runs and she divorces and Harry's ends up here by himself with the kids, if they make an agreement, which I think possibly they will, to get her out of the royal family, I think they want Meghan out. Yeah. Ideally, they want Harry and the kids to be here so they can protect him, because Harry is not a stable person. He's a self-confessed drug user and abuser, and he's not a stable person.
Out though, it's not easy.
Sorry?
How are they going to get rid of her?
I think she'll want to. The UK is the last place she wants to be. Right. She doesn't like it here.
I'm so shocked and so still like don't believe it that they're even considering getting a house in the UK, let alone visiting and going back and forth or whatever. I don't.
Yeah, because I just think, she's not going to like it here. She's hated. They're hated in the US. She's hated in her own country right now, but they are hated here too. And to live in the Cotswolds is a tiny little. Cotswolds is a little village out of the country. Well, it's not a village. Country where she's going to be bored. She's going to be bored within 5 minutes.
You ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, she's not going to.
In that house.
Exactly. So I think, and he's going to be, again, we'll see with this court case, if he ends up bankrupt, if he can't afford these bills, he's going to end up bankrupt, and she can't divorce him because he's got nothing to give her.
No, he got to pay all the bills. Those bills.
Yeah, so he's got nothing to give her. And so I reckon she goes to the royal family, give me 5 million, 10 million, whatever, and I will divorce him and I will leave, and then Harry and the kids can stay here. I think she would take it. And there you go. They've got her out.
I could see that.
Because she's the main antagonist in all this.
She would too.
Yeah, because he's as bad as her. She would. I think she would go. And then because she can earn more money, why is she going to end up staying here with a broke man where they've got no prospects of earning decent money, when she can divorce him, take whatever settlement the royal family give her, she can clear off her debts with his as ever, her scam jam, and she can go crying and whinging and moaning for the rest of her life on chat shows and my hell with Harry, my hell with the royal family, and all the. She could just make money that way for the rest of her life.
Well, I'm thinking something bigger. I think that there is a crack in the marriage. What do you think?
Like, I think there's. I think they will have
to the point where
I don't. Like I said last time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever loved each other. I don't think.
Right.
I don't think they know what that means. Yeah. They're both very transactional people. They don't know what love is because of the way that they treat people, the way they treat their own family. They don't know what it is. They're both very transactional, and that transaction of he's broke, she's a failure, they're hated all over the world. Their relationship is over. There's no future for them.
I believe, Mary Taylor, that I don't know what they're running from, but I think we're about to see it in real time, the cracks in their marriage. Because for Harry to just say, I'm going to get a house in the UK and we're moving back, something's up. And maybe he's trying to get back there to secure a place for himself because he knows Meghan is crack-a-doodle.
Yeah. Yeah. And they've got a number of investigations going on about they haven't, Archwell, they've not paid their taxes for a while. So they're under IRS investigations, plus the visa stuff. Yeah, they're running from a lot of things in a lot of countries. Invictus is not looking good. Yeah, they're running from everything right now. They wanted people in 2 countries.
Wow. Let's just do some more.
Yeah.
There's no new hybrid role. There's no half in, half out. All Charles has done has welcomed the opportunity to see more of his son and grandchildren privately as a father and grandfather. I mean, it's irritating me. Stop blaming a 77-year-old man for the decisions of his 40-something-year-old son. Now let's deal with another rumor because I've seen this all over social media. People are saying the Montecito house has been sold. That is untrue. Property records we examined showed that June 18th, 2020 was the last transfer date. The house is not publicly listed for sale. It's an expensive property, but could it be marketed privately? Yes, it could be, but that's different from saying it's been sold. They purchased the property for $14.65 million. The original mortgage was about $9.52 million. And they're saying now that the mortgage now is.
I think you're on mute. Can't hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. I was saying that I'm not impressed with their house. I don't think it's this big, beautiful place. I'm not seeing that. That's just me because of my style.
No, I don't like it. The land is beautiful. The land it's on, I think, is gorgeous, but the house itself is not, because it's dated. It's dated. If they had redone it out, it could have been nice, I think, but it's just dated. They've done nothing with it.
It needed to be renovated. Yes, I agree with you. Okay.
Is about 8.1 to 8.3 million. Online estimates of the home's value are all over the place. And so I wouldn't put much weight on some of the enormous numbers you're seeing circulating online. And the property appears to have been purchased through a private trust connected with Meghan's longtime business partner, Andrew Meyer of Freeman Financial, rather than appearing on the deed under Harry and Meghan. So as of right now, it has not been sold. And these reports are saying they don't intend to sell it. Now, this is where the Daily Mail story becomes interesting because
I don't believe it. I do believe at some point they're going to put that house on the market.
the reporting are saying that Harry and Meghan intend to retain this estate, even though they have mounting costs while establishing another life in Britain. And that's worth discussing. We're not talking about a little 2-bedroom condo in California for occasional visits. This is an enormous Montecito estate. There's a mortgage, property taxes, insurance, security, landscaping, utilities, repairs, general maintenance, potential staffing. They're going to maintain a substantial residence in Britain. And they reportedly have the property in Portugal as, that they have to maintain as well. So I'm not going to tell you they can't afford it. We don't have access to their bank accounts. Nobody outside their financial circle knows precisely what their current wealth or cash flow looks like, but it is perfectly reasonable to ask whether maintaining expensive properties on multiple continents makes financial sense indefinitely.
It looks like a hotel in San Antonio.
It's not a pretty house.
It's not. I'm not in love with it at all. Yeah.
No.
You should be. Yeah.
The land is
environment
beautiful.
surrounding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look, I don't like this green. Look at all this green stuff.
Yeah, it's not
How
nice.
are you making today isn't identical to the one that they had in 2021. Back then, everybody wanted a piece of them. They're still earning money. Meghan has, as ever, Archwell Productions continues. Harry has projects of his own, but enormous houses have enormous carrying costs, whether you're sleeping in them or not.
They do.
So I'm not going to say.
Okay. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's not just your mortgage. It's everything.
Yeah, I
They
know.
have to sell it. We don't know. But if this is a temporary stay in Britain, it becomes possibly increasingly permanent later on. The financial logic of maintaining Montecito may have to be reconsidered. And keeping it right now tells us something important. They're leaving themselves an out. Now, it's because I don't think they're burning the boat yet. I don't think this is a reverse Megxit because the California home remains. Archwell operations remain in California, as ever remains in California. Employees remain there. Doria remains there. Harry and Meghan can operate from Britain while maintaining their American infrastructure. So they're not closing the California chapter. They're just adding a British chapter back into it. And according to TMZ's reporting, even Harry and Meghan don't know how long this is going to last. 6 months, a year, maybe longer. And that makes the school's enrollment for the children even more interesting because they're simultaneously putting down roots in Britain while deliberately refusing to pull up their roots in California. In a strange way, they might have created something unremarkably similar to the transatlantic life that they originally wanted. Not working royals, but privately, Britain and North America, which is quite an irony considering how this entire saga started.
How?
FYI, Maddie, keeping tuned on Twitter, found this. Apparently, they intend to rent out that house. And the house in Britain? Apparently, it's owned by a friend, probably Ellen DeGeneres, not sure, but they're not having to pay anything to stay there. Yep. I want you to remember January of 2020 when Harry and Meghan announced that they were going to step
in the UK.
What house? They don't have to pay for.
The house in the UK, they don't have to pay for it.
Why?
It's owned by a friend, so they're not charging them to stay there.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's
maybe she's got a house there, or it may be a friend, or it may be somebody's, but they're not going to charge them. This to me is why it's more that it was a very sudden run, because they just seem to not be prepared for it. The house is, that big house is still there. Like if it was a year planning, I think that they would have made a better decision to sell that house or have that house rented out or something. This is why it seems to be so sudden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They would have either rented that out or sold it or put it on the market somehow, or made a better decision, planned this a bit better. That's why it looks very, very sudden.
Made an announcement. It's like the Meghan situation. They made that big announcement, and they weren't prepared to leave. And then they made an announcement, and then caught the Queen off guard and everything. It was such an abrupt move, like this one is.
Yeah.
Noah says this is yet another distraction from the Harkles' negative press. 1, her cooking mess flopped. 2, Harry's disastrous case against the Daily Mail. 3, Harkles and the Epstein files. And 4, Harry and the Diddy files. I agree with you on some of that, Shanoa. But yeah, it is a distraction.
Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble everywhere.
They're in some trouble.
They're in a lot of trouble everywhere, I think.
They're in some trouble. And I don't think the Sophie situation, Dr. Sophie situation is going to be even get any better for him.
No, that's not going to be good. And there's Pickles. Yeah, I was watching HRH Jen. She had the lawyer on there, and there was something like hundreds of documents related to Harry's visa. That's crazy.
Oh. Yeah.
How many documents there are? How can you have that many? I've done visas for people in the company that I worked for over the years, when people have had to travel or moving to certain places for 6 months. And I don't understand how there's that many documents. It's just nuts.
Debbie says, but it is putting more negative press on the monarchy. How is this putting negative press on the monarchy? I don't get how this has anything.
No, I don't agree either. I don't agree.
Has to do with King Charles. None of it doesn't. It's so separate. This is so separate.
Yeah,
I also think that some UK are having a hard time separating it too. Do you think?
Yeah, but I don't know why. It is very clear. Even when they came back, there was a Mexit. They are not working royals. That was made very, very clear multiple times. And even when they came back, the royal family released a statement that the terms of the Mexit is still in place. Just because they're back, they are not going to be joining the royal family. They made that clear. I don't understand why people are holding the king and the royal family responsible for these people, or it must be that they're back, or they're going to get the half in, half out again. I don't get that.
Right. And Harry married someone, and they brought her into the family. Everything to me that the royal family has done has been on point. And I don't think they could have done anything differently to be.
No, I don't think so either.
These two chose to be the menace of the family. They chose to go on the Oprah show and make up lies about the family. And so, if anything, the monarchy should be protected against things such as that. Be protected against Meghan and Harry. Like there's a clause. Hey guys, he is a family member, but he's not part of the monarchy. He's not a part of the royal fold anymore. He's just a family member. But to say that King Charles, is responsible for what his son does is the big statement. Because that has nothing to do with the monarchy. It has nothing to do with King Charles. It has nothing to do with the monarchy. So why would it bring it down? Why would it be a negative? Why? why not support the king and say, oh my God, I know you're having it hard. Look at your son. He's bouncing off the walls now. He's running to the UK. What are you going to do, King Charles? As a matter of fact, I feel sorry for him.
So do I. The guy can't do right for doing wrong.
The Harkles desperate BS distraction. And then where they're moving to is no paparazzi, no city like situation. It's the country. It's off the grid. And that ain't what Meghan's about. She's all about
Oh gosh, she's gonna hate it. She's gonna hate it.
She's gonna be, divorce or do. Returning to the UK has worked because no one has said anything else about their failures. Don't forget, just last week there was rumblings of a Spare 2 book. I wouldn't be surprised. And maybe they need to go back and get the material.
Oh, no, I wouldn't agree. Sorry. I think that the last couple of days, that's all people have talked about, their failures, because we're trying to figure out what they're running from. I think that's all people have been talking about is their failures.
Yeah. What are they running from?
Yeah.
Oh, Ellen's house flooded when the ongoing rains occurred in the Cotswolds. Also, don't believe she'll be welcomed at the farmer's dog pub out there.
No, they won't. Neither will Harry. None of them are going to be welcome anywhere.
Exactly, Mary Taylor. It must be extremely bad because she said, I thought the UK was their danger zone. They were running like somebody was after them when they were running from the UK. And when nobody saw them, they were running from something then or running to something. Because they're definitely not running from something now. They're running from something.
Yeah. I'm saying these two have got some serious mental illnesses, you know. They seem to just be fighting battles all the time that just don't even exist. There was running, fighting, stuff that don't even exist. I'm telling you, it's weird.
But he has no control over that, Debbie. How does people not see the correlation?
I don't agree, Debbie. And I you are entitled to your opinion, of course you are, but I just don't agree with that. I don't
either. I don't agree with it either because to say King Charles is weak, that is an opinion. Okay. That's a personal opinion. But to say he's weak in this situation, I don't see it. I don't see how he's in control of
he's not.
And how it's going to affect the monarchy. And I think it should have the opposite effect. But it's not. They will
I think this is showing how strong this is showing how strong they are. They put that statement out straight away. The Brexit is still in place. Just because they're coming back, they're not coming back to the royal family. They put that statement out straight away, and that's it. They're coming back as private citizens.
But what he does need to do is remove them off the website if they're not working royals. You know, because isn't it considered a website that, you know, saying that they're working? Or is it if removing them out of the family?
I do agree with that, and I think they should, because I think they've got to start doing that, because I think originally these two were tracking grenades at the royal family. That they're racist, they hate us, they're doing all these things. And the royal family played the long game. They kept him on the royal website. They kept him in the line of succession. They did all the right stuff by not giving them ammunition. So that's why they kept him on the website, and they kept everything as normal to not give them ammunition and make the royal family look bad. They did exactly the right stuff. Now, I think they should take them off, because now Harry and Meghan have shown that the royal family are terrible and that they're evil monsters. Well, they've just completely contradicted themselves by running back. So now I think the royal family can take them off and they can start doing this stuff.
Highly sensitive. They will create huge trouble for the royals if and when she leaves the UK. She's already causing trouble in the UK in the public. Royals will be blamed again. Why would they be blamed at all?
She will blame the royal family.
Right.
She will blame the... Carry on. Sorry, you carry on.
No. I was saying, I get that they're blaming the royal family, Meghan and Harry, and trying to, and being negative towards the monarchy. But anybody can do that. But why would the royals look bad? Why would they be blamed for Harry and Meghan? Because of what? They let them back in? What were you saying?
I just think that when it first happened, we talked about this 100 times, when it first happened and they ran and they went to Oprah and they did these crazy, crazy claims, and everything that they said was found to not be true with evidence. And then they went on Netflix and they cried and moaned again. And then they went on books and then another book, and their stories continuously changed. They kept talking about the birth story changed, the miscarriage changed. All of the stories kept changing, and they are proven liars on multiple times. So once you're proven to lie, no one believes you anymore. And now they've come running back to the UK, which is what, they ran from in the first place, the evil UK. People see them for what they are. They see them that they are two very mentally ill people who are pathological liars, who are nothing but trouble. So now they've come back to the UK. We're going to see what's going to happen. It's going to be a very interesting couple of months, because we're going to see what the hell's going on. But Harry and Meghan, Meghan especially, she will spend the rest of her life complaining about the royals. The royals did this to me, the royals did that, and her stories will continuously change. She'll make brand new stories, multiple different stories, and she will once again be proven a liar and a fantasist.
Right, exactly.
And the royal family will be blamed forever. But the royal family, we've seen the lies, we've seen the evidence. Exactly. We've seen that these two are lunatics who just make crap up, and 3, 4, 5 different stories. The royal family, as far as I'm concerned, they've been
consistent.
They've been proven innocent. As far as I'm concerned, the royal family have been proven innocent multiple times. These two can't hurt the royal family anymore. The royal family were proved innocent multiple times. They have been stoic. They've been respectable in this situation, and they've just carried on with their lives. Cut these two out and just carried on.
They don't have the power. They don't have it to destroy the monarchy. We know who these people are now. We know their MO. We know they're narcissistic. We know Meghan is full of drama and is a Mimi girl. And wherever she goes, she's going to stir up something no matter what. So we know something is going to happen when she gets to the UK, period. Yeah. That is going to be a daily... It's going to be a daily situation with the tabloids and the data coming out of the UK.
Yeah.
Because Meghan's going to do it, and they're going to tell the truth.
They will. Harry's been proven liar in the court. Yeah, he's been proven to be a liar in a court of law now. He's now got Sophie to come, who's going to destroy him with his bad behavior and what she put her through. I'm telling you, the world is turning on these two. Yeah, the whole world is coming for these two in the next couple of months.
Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right, Demon Dictator. They have turned. Mm-hmm. The world is not looking at these two as if they are trustworthy. And don't
They've got two
believe.
countries now. They've caused too many problems in too many countries, England and America, and people are turning on them now.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't.
Yeah, but I don't believe people believe them anymore.
Yeah,
Who believes them anymore? You'd be nuts to believe these two, whatever stories they come out with.
Especially them running back. That looks like ill. What you running back for? You hated it. You didn't want it. They almost unalived you. All this other stuff she was lying about.
They locked her in the house. They locked her in the tower. They took her passports away. The girl went on. Do you know how many holidays that girl went on while she was in the royal family?
I saw
and that she took her passport away. Come on, anyone must be crazy to believe anything that comes out of their mouths now.
Exactly.
With the amount of evidence that's been put out there. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't believe anything. They're jokes to me. They really are. And whatever they say, I don't believe it because I don't trust them. And if you don't trust someone, you're not going to believe what's coming out of their mouth. Like, I don't believe that they're going to the UK. And then again, I do. But they're having to go back for a reason. True, but as long as she keeps putting or saying BS out there, this will continue. So I get what Highly Sensitive is saying. Like, if she keeps putting out stuff like racism and stupid stuff like that, but I think her turn is up. I don't think that she could come up with anything else that would be you think, and then there be something, and there you go. I get what Highly Sensitive.
As long as Meghan is alive on this planet, she will scream and cry for as long as this girl is alive on this planet. She will scream and cry that she's the victim and the big bad wolf for the royal family. And she will make up 27 million different versions of this happened, this happened, this happened. People don't believe her now. People have not believed this woman for many years. 5-10 years ahead, they ain't going to believe her then. They're not going to believe her in 5-10 years time. They don't believe her now. They're not going to believe her in 10-15 years time. But she will make a career out of this forever. I'm telling you.
Let me clean my screen. Hold on.
Okay.
I agree with what you said.
Yeah, Debbie, Debbie, and I do agree with you that there will be people who will believe the stories of Meghan and Harry, and they will believe that Charles is embracing them and that bringing them back into. People will believe that, and there's nothing you can do about that. You know, there's people like us who see the truth and don't believe anything that they say, but there will be people who will believe it for sure. But the royal family can't. There's nothing they can do about that. If people are going to believe it, they're going to believe it. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah, and I don't know what you mean by embracing Harry. I mean, that's his son. Once again, that's his son. What is he going to do? Kick him out in the rain? Don't come here, son. I don't want to see you. I don't want you over here. I don't want to see the kids. But embracing is such a big word. But what is he supposed to do with his son? And no, William will never.
Like I said, they've already put out the statement. The Megxit is still in place. They're not coming back to the family.
Yeah, I don't see William ever being the bad guy. Not in this. No, Meghan and Harry are the bad guys. Okay. They're the ones that's running around wreaking havoc and saying stupid stuff and lying on the family. William just has been steadfast and focused on what's important to him. And I doubt that anybody could make, especially Charles or his brother, look bad. And why would he be the bad guy? I don't blame William one bit for staying away from Harry. He doesn't trust him. Why would he go and hug and embrace him? The narrative is already out. Charles and William tense relationship. Yeah, that's just a rumor. Charles betrayal.
Yeah,
betrayal William by
just,
welcome PR narratives. That's the
sure.
news.
That's just reporters trying to make money and YouTubers trying to make money. It's not
exactly.
Again, that's not the rule. It's not the royal family can't be held responsible for what reporters and YouTubers say. Again, you've got to go with whatever statements the royal family make, and the royal family is they're not working royals and they are in a private capacity. Megxit still stands. That's what you've got to look at. What reporters and YouTubers say is not the truth.
Right, demon dictator. Listening to the king. What did the king say? They always mean what they say.
Yeah, but I do reckon if, like I said the other day, if this gets really bad for Harry, you know, the king will take care of him. If he goes bankrupt, which he may do in the next couple of weeks because of this court case, and he's got nothing, and he's got those 2 kids, the king, and if they can get rid of Meghan, I think the king will take care of him because he has you know, if Harry goes to rock bottom, the king will take care of him, and that will be the right thing to do. But
I would.
Are you on mute?
Come on,
Are you? Are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Highly sensitive said Charles need to make Harry stand on his 2 feet and stop bailing him out. I would agree with that too, especially because he's a grown man and
He's not bailed him out. Where did he bail him out? He's not really bailed him out anywhere.
Right. Yeah, he hasn't. I don't see it. I think before Meghan they were.
Yeah, but again, if the next couple of months, if there is something that they run from and it destroys Harry and he's got no money and he's homeless and he's got those 2 children to look after, the king, I believe the king will help him. He's not going to see his son and his grandchildren starve or get into, you know, God forbid, something like Perez Hilton situation the other day.
Exactly.
They will help him. And that's his duty as a father. And if he wishes to do that because they are in a terrible state, then good for Charles for doing it. But we'll see what happens.
All right, let's see what else Sue's got for us.
Step back as senior members of the royal family become financially independent and divide their time between Britain and North America. And what followed was Megxit. And then they settled in California. And in the years that followed, Harry described royal life in extraordinarily negative terms. He said he felt trapped. You had the Oprah interview, the Netflix documentary, Spare. Harry accused William of physically attacking him during an argument over Meghan. He wrote about Charles pleading with his sons, please don't make my final years a misery. And Harry and Meghan made serious allegations about the institution that they left. And Harry's relationship with William collapsed, which is why coming back to live in Britain simply isn't a geographical relocation. They're coming back into proximity with the very institution and family from which they spent 6 years publicly distancing themselves. And that's where this becomes complicated. And I want you to remember what Harry said after he left. During the Oprah show, Harry described himself as being trapped in the royal system. He then said that Charles and William were trapped also. He said, quote, my father and my brother, they are trapped. They don't get to leave. And at that time, Harry was presenting himself as the one who had escaped, the one who had found freedom in America. And 6 years later, Charles is king, William is the Prince of Wales, and Harry is the one going back. Now, Harry isn't returning as a working royal, and that's an important distinction. But there's an irony here. The 2 men Harry said were trapped stayed exactly where they were, and the man that escaped is coming home. William is a very different question from Charles. Charles may want to see his son and want a relationship with the grandchildren as their grandfather, and he's living with cancer. And again, I understand why in that position, he might decide that whatever happens publicly, he wants some relationship with his child while he can have it. But William is not Harry's father. And there's been no indication that William has forgotten everything that's happened. And now we're seeing headline after headline describing William as angry, furious, apoplectic, and the prospect of Harry returning. And one said that Harry was smoldering. Another called Harry and Meghan's move a slap in the face and suggested it could create serious risks for the monarchy. And Kensington Palace has remained quiet. Reports say that William and Catherine were given prior warning about the Sussexes' return. And let me just say that words like furious, smoldering are coming from the reports and the commentators. We haven't yet heard William stand in front of a mic and say, I'm angry. So I'm not going to present anonymous descriptions, but we do know that the brothers, remain estranged. Harry publicly disclosed deep personal details on William. We know there's no meeting between Harry and William during the Sussexes' July visit, and no public evidence that William has agreed to reconciliation. And that's enough. We don't need to embellish it. I do think it's important you guys know that William and Catherine arrived at Balmoral with the children. Reports simply say they're not delighted about Harry and Meghan's return. They're upset about the years of accusations from the Sussex camp, but they are staring straight forward, and William is saying there is no way back for Harry, and he will not be meeting with him. Then came another interesting story saying that Harry was willing to be the bigger person in his feud with William. And that wording caught my attention, let me tell you, because reconciliation isn't something you declare yourself morally superior of offering. If Harry genuinely wanted to reconcile with William, wonderful. I hope they do. They're brothers. But William is allowed to decide whether he's ready. You got to have.
Exactly. That's up to Debbie. It's up to William. William is his own person. And I don't think he cares about what people think and feel about him, especially when it comes to his brother and his father. I don't think.
No, I don't care. That betrayal was bad.
Very.
And Harry's got to earn that trust back from not only William, his father, and his whole family. He's got to earn that trust back, and that may take years, because it's not a case of going, oh, do you forgive me? Yeah, I forgive you. No, you've got to earn that back. And it's going to take many years for that to happen.
Very much so, because the trust is gone. He loved his brother. I'm sure William loves his brother, but he doesn't trust. And when the trust is broken, then the bond is broken. And you have to rebuild that sucker. But he's not going to be embracing his brother. He's going to protect his kids at all costs from Meghan, because that's the threat. And yes, Mary Taylor told us earlier, that Meghan lost her acting job at Netflix. And I don't believe she asked him for the role and he gave it to her.
But there's the rumors that there's not even another season, that the next season has not even been confirmed yet. So there may not have actually been a job. There may not have actually been a series for her to actually be in. So it's a bit conflicting. The reports coming out is a little bit conflicting.
Yeah. Okay.
Have two people. Harry moving closer to William does not create an obligation for William to resume a relationship with him. Charles can't force it, and neither can the public, the palace, or Harry. And that's why some of these headlines suggesting...
I love it. Nobody can pressure him into having a relationship with Harry if he doesn't want to. Why would he be pressured into doing that? I know Debbie mentioned that because it might look bad because Harry's trying to make amends. No. These relationships are very difficult. And I don't see them being this big brotherly love anymore because of the trust. But I don't think William should have to feel a certain kind of way because, like Sue said, the public is not the public's opinion. It's not Charles's decision. It is William's decision at the end. The press decision, it's William's decision.
That betrayal has probably cut William like a knife, man. That's like a knife through the heart. He did the whole family, but what he did to his wife. Don't forget, these two put in a book that his wife and his father were the racists, and his wife has just had cancer. You know, you don't forgive things like that. You'll never forgive stuff like that.
Hi, Kamari. Good to see you. Sorry about that.
Sorry?
I'm sorry. I was saying hi to someone. I apologize.
Yeah, okay. That's all right. Don't worry.
Highly Sensitive says, what happens if Harry takes part in the UK Remembrance Day in November?
You know what, Highly Sensitive? If that happens, the UK will turn on that royal family.
Woo!
Like you have no idea.
So there's a line that needs to be drawn, King Charles. If you let, because remember they were letting Andrew go places and be in spots and spaces and stuff. So if he's here, you mean there at all, or walking with the family, or what? For the remembrance.
Yeah, I think because like I said, the royal family, if the king wants to build bridges with his son, that's fine, privately. But Prince William is clearly he's not interested. But if they break that Brexit agreement, the royal family break that Brexit agreement and bring these two back into the royal family as working royals, and the royal family go against their word to the public and say they're not coming back, and then they do bring them back, you might as well, the whole royal family might as well just pack their bags and just leave, because the UK will not have it.
Well, okay.
No.
So the Remembrance Day is a big deal. They get dressed up, they go to the church, right? And there's a ceremony. And so are you
where they lay the wreaths? It's where it's the Remembrance Day for the end of the war, and they remember all the people that died. So they go to the cenotaph and they lay the wreaths at the cenotaph.
And they walk.
Yeah.
So if Harry is in that procession, all hell is going to break loose.
Hell will break loose. The royal family, the mice will sell up and we turn into republic and leave, because we're just not going to have it now.
Hopefully he don't mess up.
The British people hate Harry and Meghan.
They do.
And if they bring them back and they break their agreement and they bring them back as members of the royal family, if we see them at Christmas, woe betide them, because I'll tell you what, the British royal family, the UK public will turn on them.
What if they go to the Christmas dinner but not go and be seen?
That's fine if they want to do that, because don't forget there's two little kiddies there. There's two little children who have.
Don't put them back in the spotlight. Don't put them back in the forefront.
Yeah. Okay. Don't let us see. Yeah. Don't make them be working, or we don't want to see them. You know, we don't want to see them having anything. If they want to come privately, because there were two kids there, let the kids be with their cousins. Let everybody meet each other. Let everyone build them bridges privately, but publicly, if they become members of the royal family again like that.
He didn't, Kamori. You're right, Demon Dictator. And Debbie says, like you said, Demon Dictator, that would be a pull on the royal family. Really bad move if Harry is only a private citizen. Oh, yeah, and you're right, Kamari, that Harry did not, Andrew did not bash the family.
Yeah, no, he didn't bash the family.
Right. That's my point, says Highly Sensitive. Do you think Charles will not let Harry take part? Well, if he does, he's going to be in serious trouble, it sounds like. So I would hope he would think twice putting them back out there like that and shaking people's hands and looking around looking stupid.
It would not be the right thing to do at all.
It would not be the correct thing to do.
Yeah, that's Debbie's actually. Yeah, we just said the same thing. It would not be in child's best interest. So it wouldn't be the right thing to do.
And see, me looking in on the outside, I wouldn't know that. Like, I wouldn't know or think that it would be a problem because they're back in the family. But these things that they do, such as Remembrance Day, is a special ceremony and something that they don't want to see him at. Now, what if Beatrice and Eugenie? You think they'll be there?
They don't normally go.
Okay.
There's no reason why not. They haven't really done anything wrong. I know there's a lot of stuff in the press, but until there's actually evidence that they've done wrong, why not? They're still members of the royal family.
See, Harry and Meghan are members of the royal family too.
Not officially, they're not. No, they're not.
It's gonna get tricky and sticky, guys.
They are not officially not members of the royal family.
Oh, they're officially not?
Yeah, they are officially not members. They're not working members of the royal family. Working, of course, they are. They are. He's his son, so he is a member of the royal family because he is his son. But they are not officially not working members of the royal family.
Okay.
They are private citizens doing their own thing.
Yeah. So he didn't have a choice, Kamari. They picked him up in the paddy wagon.
That William could be pushed into a reconciliation or getting ahead of themselves.
He could be pushed into a reconciliation. William is not going to be pushed into anything.
No, he's not going to be pushed into nothing. No. Mm-mm. People got a dim view of William and Charles.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
But you can't make them trust each other. A lot of royal commentators are warning that this return could create problems for the palace. And those are opinions, not evidence of some secret Sussex strategy. But I understand why the questions are being asked. There's another side of this that hasn't received too much attention, and that's what does Britain do for Meghan's brand? We've already seen speculation about whether As Ever could expand into the UK, and one PR expert was joking about the possibility of a Cotswold photo shoot with Meghan carrying a basket, and a linen apron, blah, blah, blah. The English countryside, try to picture it, gardens, preserves, flowers, lifestyle content. And ironically, the country she left could potentially become extremely useful to the lifestyle brand she's building. The newest report says As Ever operations will remain in California. So again, we're looking at this hybrid existence, British family life, California business infrastructure. But whether British consumers embrace it is another question entirely, because polling suggests that Harry and Meghan are not exactly returning to a country begging for their comeback. YouGov surveyed more than 5,000 people, and according to the results, 21% said Harry and Meghan should move back to Britain, 33% said they should not, and 45% said they weren't sure. Among people 65 and older, 47% said no, don't come back. Meghan was only viewed positively by 22% and negatively by 65%. Harry stands at 33% positive and 58% negative. So Harry and Meghan are returning to a Britain that has changed its opinion of them considerably since their wedding, and they're going to have to navigate that.
Yep.
Let me tell you, reaction in the United States has not been sentimental. Some of the reaction has been brutal. The New York Post put the story on its front page with "thrown back," and above it, "Our long national nightmare is over." And then
thrown back. Harry and Meghan returned to the UK after failure to take the colonies.
Colonies.
What colonies? What are you talking about?
Exactly. There's no colonies. What are you talking about?
I know. Our long national nightmare is over. Oh, dang. They call these two nightmares. This is not a good. Oh,
these two are hated worldwide. It's horrendous. I would be mortified if the whole world hated me. That would be horrendous.
Oh, I would be like, what the hell? There's nobody she can pay. There's nobody she can ask. There's nobody that can help fix it. It's gone. It's kaput. It's in the garbage. It's in the toilet. It has been flushed. Her reputation is unredeemable.
I can't understand how they're getting this depressed like this and they can't go, you know what, I need to start looking at myself and trying to turn it around. They don't do it. They just do the same thing over and over again and wondering why people still hate them. It's crazy.
That's right, Demon Dictator. They're never going to look in the mirror and say, wait a minute.
No.
You're absolutely right. They're not going to do that. They're not going to take responsibility. They're going to blame everyone and continue to do that. But no one likes you. Look at the New York Post saying our long national nightmare is over.
Surrender.
At the top, New York Post.
That's crazy.
That is some serious, I don't like you.
That's some shade. That's some shade there.
Okay.
That is crazy.
Thrown back. Almost like throwaways.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if they hadn't did something like make a move or do something next, I was going to report on her, but it was going to be far and in between because they're boring and nothing's going on with these two. And it's the same every day. Nothing's changed. But now, they're running.
Yeah, they're back. Yeah, they heard Letitia. They said, "Oh, Letitia's not interested anymore. Let's ramp it up a bit." So we got to give Letitia some content. Come on, Harry.
Yes. Yeah, you sure did. You called me that one day, girl. They gone back to the UK. I said, "What?"
We're going to be on it every day. We're probably going to be on it every day now for the next months while there's new stuff coming out.
I will have some new to-do information tomorrow. Yes, this is big because they're supposed to be leaving at the end of this month. That's in a couple of weeks.
Well, it's next week is the last week. That's it. Right. Last week of August. We're there.
Oh my God, my birthday's in 2 weeks, and your birthday is Monday?
Monday. No, yeah, next week, 31st.
Okay, the 31st. Andrew,
the day Princess Diana died.
I'm gonna make a note, but don't forget to tell us so we can sing happy birthday to you.
Oh, you don't have to do that. That's all right.
Yes. Andrew only came out to the Order of the Garter. Oh, and then he stayed in the background and went in a back entrance. Okay, so that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be like this little hidden secret. Because they're going to
do that, they're going to be crazy. If the king says to them, "Stay away, don't come to the Remembrance Day, don't come anywhere," and they come by themselves and they just decide to do it. Jeez, yeah. I'm telling you, if they do something like that. Sorry?
You think he'll escort them out? Tell them to leave?
I think if they start doing things like that, turning up when they've been told to stay away, because I don't know if you ever remember a long, long time ago when they were still in the royal family, when the Queen was alive, the Queen, Charles and Harry, William and Catherine, they went in this big room and they went to see these things in this room. I can't remember what it was. And Harry and Meghan stood by the door and it was senior royals only. And Harry and Meghan just turned up and stood by the door and they walked in. And you can see all the ushers behind them going, "You have to leave, you have to leave." And they just ignored them and they were hovering around in the background. And so if they do that again, they just turn up and say, "We're just going to turn up. What are they going to do about it?" I'm telling you, they will be off that website and there will be ramifications, I'm telling you, if they start messing around.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Interesting.
And I bet they will. I bet they're going to start messing about, turning up when they shouldn't. I'm telling you, I bet they'll do it.
Yeah, you would think, you would hope that they will be good little children and come over here and not make a fuss or a ruckus, but it wouldn't be Meghan without a ruckus or a fuss.
Yeah.
On the line, Harry and Meghan returning to UK after failure to take the colonies. Now that's savage. Then the Los Angeles.
Our long national nightmare is over. U.S. media reacts as it's revealed Harry and Meghan are leaving.
That's horrendous. That's so bad.
It is. It is like
shame. It's so bad.
Wants you.
Oh my God.
Nobody wants you in their country. Nobody wants. Yeah. Yes. Awful.
It's awful. You're leaving the States, and even the newspapers are going, thank God they've gone, arriving back in the UK, and the British press are going, oh my God, they're back. Like, that is so shameful.
Two different it is so shameful. Two different reactions. One happy, one sad.
Yeah, we were happy when they left. Hooray, thank God. And America's like, we welcome them. Now it's the other way around. America's like, thank God they've gone. And the British press like, no, they're back.
With their shenanigans. Get out. Our long national nightmare is over. U.S. media reacts as it's revealed Harry and Meghan are leaving, going back to the UK.
Los Times went with goodbye Montecito. CBS described the move as a stunning
goodbye Montecito
turnabout. As one correspondent said, Harry may have felt like a fish out of water in America. Then
fish out of water.
Meghan McCain entered the conversation. She called them D-list royals, entitled grifters, saying Americans could see right through them and wishing.
Oh God, Sue's got the juice. Meghan McCain rips into D-list royals, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. UK move entitled grifters.
Britain, good luck because they were now Britain's problem. And that's Meghan.
They said you're Britain's problem now.
Saying Americans could see right through them and wishing Britain good luck because they were now Britain's problem. And that's Meghan McCain's opinion, but she's not alone in the broader American media reaction. And that's really fascinating because 6 years ago, America was.
One thing about Americans is we can see through. And we don't like entitled grifters. I'm thinking Harry and Meghan. They could never hack it here. And truly, no one gives a about the D-list royals. Good luck to our friends in the UK. They're your problem now.
God. If people wrote things like this about me, I don't even know what I'd do. I'd sort myself out pretty quickly, but... the shame.
I would be like having that kind of adversity, people hating me on that scale would be too much for me. It would.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd help it.
Meg isn't going to show up at the Diddy squat farm shop with her basket. Cute, Debbie.
Yeah,
cute.
I'm not sure Jeremy Clarkson is gonna allow her in. No. That's the sad thing about it.
Or their plight, their victims, you know.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're victims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're all terrible people. We're all terrible people because they're victims, you know.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah. And here's the thing, too. Why don't they see all the good? This is sarcastic. Why haven't they seen her go to the LA fires and check on, you know, that, and go to Uvalde and check on that, and doing all this, you know, stuff, and still don't see her as this humanitarian. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we saw her arrive and leave 5 minutes later.
Hi, RGM.
Hey, Letitia, Lady
I'll
Letitia.
sing it. How are
Yeah,
you?
I want. Oh, I'm doing good. Like I rarely get to hit your link, so I figured I'd hit it just real quick. Tell you
Okay.
hello, show you some love. Oh, there's that beautiful music.
Well, thank you for coming up. And have you ever met Demon Dictator? She's on the panel. Demon Dictator. Oh, actually, RGM, I wanted you to meet Demon Dictator. This is the person I wanted you to meet.
No, we met
Famous
before.
dictator.
You said hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm the one who's making all the aside
heavy
from this
music.
song, all the way to the
You're very, very talented. They're great stuff.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, y'all are talking about the Royals.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
maybe we're going back to a situation to the UK.
They're going back to the UK, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what prompted them to go back?
We're just figuring that out.
Oh.
Something's going to come down. Something's coming.
So do you think that they're going for something over there or to get away from something over here? Like just as far as like
to get away from something everywhere, apparently. They've got a lot of trouble in both countries. They're running back to Dad to hopefully Dad can sort it out.
so they're going to where they feel safe.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. You can run, but you can't hide, I'm afraid.
Right. Yeah, they're hoping that the king can take care of it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. They've been over here for I keep on saying over here, but you're over there. They've been in the States for how long?
It's been 6 years? No, 4, 5 years.
Mm-hmm. They've been here
for
some time. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I heard that they were moving to the States and all that stuff, and you know, Lady Letitia is my source for all things Royals currently.
And Demon Dictator is mine. I have to go to the sources too, RGM. Yes, but I'm glad you support me. Thank you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would, since I started my new job, I can't be as much, but I'm off on Sundays, so But I always try. Yeah, but I always try to at least hit your like.
Oh, I just remember telling you a long time ago about trying to match make you up with my friend. It was so cute.
Yeah, she was trying to match us up, but we live in 2 different countries. It might be a little bit difficult. We live in 2 different countries.
Right. But all things considered, you do seem lovely. There's still compliments to be had.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
You come across great too.
Thank you.
So how was your new job? Is it going
good?
I
like it.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. I got to get a job. Yeah, I got to get a job. Mm-hmm. I'm working on it.
Well, I mean, I think you said you have it.
There's stuff going on in this house.
Well, I mean, sometimes, like depending on what you got going on, I had to do that one time. There was a time where I got laid off, and I got laid off, but it just so happened that there was a situation that I had to deal with for a while there So I didn't go looking for a new job right away. So things happen, life. Sometimes you have to, depending on what's going on, you have to do something other than work. You got to get your affairs in order before you can go back into the workforce. So
that is true.
But, well, so I'm sure you'll find the right thing at the right time, Lady Leticia.
I am. It's going to be perfect with my schedule, getting my little one. I know I'm going to be working from home, but if not, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm going to be ready to mentally and physically, because you got to get your mind focused.
Right. You got to be in the right frame of mind. And then, when you have a little one, of course, you have to do your best to make sure that what you're doing allows you to still do what you need to for her.
Exactly. Yeah, work, family balance.
Very important.
Huh?
Right. Because whatever's going on with her, either you or one of you has to be available to do it. So as long as that's taken care of, then it's
we've been studying her little schoolwork a little bit too. She's been sick, so I haven't been bothering her this weekend. And we've been in the house all weekend. That's not like us. Normally we're out doing things and having fun and all that.
Oh, you have such a beautiful family.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I am
blessed. Well, I don't have too much to add to the Royals conversation because, like I said, everything I know, I pretty much have learned from you. I'm going to go ahead and drop off, but I want to say hi to you guys. And, I'll be in the chat.
Well, thank you, RGM, for coming up. I do appreciate you coming up and saying hello to me.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. You're welcome. And nice to talk to you, Demon Dictator.
Oh, you too. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, we are at the end of Sue Smith. Let's read a few comments. Going back will not protect them. Daddy's money will not put them in the black. Yet escaping the karma and breathing are two different things entirely.
Oh, no holding back there, Ziggy Lee.
That's good. Karma. They're trying to escape it. They're trying to get away from it. They're running from something. Debbie says, because Americans are desensitized to virtue signaling celebrities.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Grandma Fluffy. Welcome in, girlfriend.
Hi, new joiners. Grandma Fluffy, Ziggy Lee.
What's up, Ziggy Lee? And we all know the citizens of the UK will not be lining the streets, as they did for her Princess Diana.
No, we will not. We are pretty furious with this now. We are not happy at all.
So, what does say, for example, the Remembrance Day? What if King Charles made an announcement and said Harry and Meghan will be attending like before? Would people not go?
I think people will go because of the respect for what it is. It's Remembrance Day. They're laying the poppies for the fallen heroes. Okay. So the respect for the event. But if he did, it would be the UK people will just revolt against the royal family.
Oh,
it would probably. I mean, it won't be the end of the royal family. We can't get them out, but the popularity we would never support them again. It would be the worst decision they could ever make.
You know what? There's the gangster karma never forgets an address. I know that's right.
representing freedom and opportunity. Some of these headlines, parts of the American media are not exactly heartbroken to see Harry and Meghan go. Who else had something to say? Jenna Bush Hager. She called out Harry and Meghan during a live segment on the Today Show following the breaking reports. She took issue with the chaotic nature of their exit and sudden re-entry, critiquing them for lighting a match on their royal lives in 2020, only to reverse course. Underneath all of these snarky headlines is a very legitimate question. Harry and Meghan arrived in the United States with every conceivable advantage, global fame, enormous public interest.
They had it all. They had it all. Meghan had it all. She was the star. She was the woman. She was the woman of the hour. She was looked at. She was sought after. She was it. Everybody wanted a piece of Meghan. Look at this lady. She wanted a piece to the point where, oh, let's give you an award for racism.
They handled this so badly. They could have handled this in a completely different way, and they could have had everything they wanted.
It was so bad.
Messed up so badly.
So distasteful. And for her to accept an award on behalf of that, to me, made her look evil. These are the things and why Meghan is not liked.
Yeah.
These are the reasons why people look at her and be like, something's up with you.
Interest, extraordinary commercial opportunities. Well, Spotify is gone. Their Hollywood ambitions haven't produced the media empire that many expected. Meghan is now building as ever. Harry has Invictus and his charitable work. And they're certainly not abandoning America entirely. But 6 years ago, America was supposed to represent their future away from the monarchy. And now, where are they? Back in the UK, building a life in Britain again. Now, you can call that temporary. You can call that an extended stay. You can call it whatever you want. But it's very difficult to call the last 6 years the American success story that everybody expected.
It wasn't.
I firmly believe that their return to Britain is an admission of failure.
Think about admission of failure, isn't it, Demon Dictator?
It is.
It is
really
admission of oopsie daisy. We didn't cut it. When she left the UK, it was an admission of failure. And then she was trying to say, oh, but everybody knew you worked so hard. The man on the plane said, we hate that you're leaving. We know that you did your best. Whatever he said to her.
Yeah, no. He kneeled down, he took his hat off.
Yeah.
We know that you did your best. Jesus. Just the crap she comes out with, it's just lunacy. It really is nuts.
Remember when she said that the African people in Mandela's country was running around happy and running through the streets because she was marrying Harry?
Yeah, they danced in the streets like they did when Mandela was released from jail. Does she not think that people are going to believe this stupidity? It's insane.
That's why she's one of the biggest liars I know and manipulators. And so
it's not even pathological. Well, it is pathological lying, but it's fantastical. It's fantasy world. It's like she lives on another planet where she believes this. She believes that she is this godlike figure, and people worship her. People dance in the streets. You know, this man took his hat off and said, "We know you tried." It's lunacy at its best. It's just fantastical. It's fantasy world. It's crazy.
It's a fantasy world, because how does that man know that you did your best? He doesn't know that. He know you personally.
That man doesn't exist.
5 years instead of 1.5 years. Yeah.
That man doesn't actually exist. That's the problem. That man didn't say it. That man doesn't exist.
She just made up something.
She made it up.
Just made it up. I don't think that is it really the failures of the U.S. just as in any cover story. This really is a life and death situation. Ooh. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Break it down, Ziggy Lee.
Do you know what, Ziggy Lee? And I think a lot of people are kind of agreeing with you. There's something bad is coming.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do believe it. I do
I
too.
think so. There's something bad coming.
Something
Yeah.
else going on besides them moving to UK. There is something's up that we don't know about, and it's gonna be breaking news. That's right, Mary Taylor. Okay.
About what Harry and Meghan said they were leaving Britain to find. And then when they arrived in America, they had all those opportunities that most people could only dream of. Hollywood was literally knocking on their door. And 6 years later, everything is gone. The media empire people expected never materialized. And, does that mean they have nothing in America? Of course not. As we've said before, but if the Great America Experiment had turned out the way Harry and Meghan hoped, they wouldn't have been going back. And that's why I think the phrase admission of failure has struck such a nerve. They didn't have to say it. The move says quite a bit all on its own. And now, the pied resistance for everybody. The Sussex squad is having an absolute freaking meltdown, but I wanted to...
The Sussex squad ain't doing well. The British Sussex squad, the allies set to rally around Harry and Meghan as they return to the UK.
Show you some of the stuff that they were putting up online. Here you go.
God. Archie and Lily arriving in the UK after spending 6 years in Santa Barbara.
I'm just going to go for 1 minute. I'll be back.
Huh?
I'm just going to disappear. I'm just going to put my dinner on, so I'll just disappear for just a minute.
Okay, and we're about to shut down in 5 minutes, but go ahead, sweetheart.
Okay.
Ooh, the Sussex squad said, I'm done. I can't ride for her no more. Meghan better. I think I just had a stroke. I'm having a breakdown, absolutely tears as I type. I feel sick. Why now? They're not doing well. The Sussex squad has lost all consciousness. Okay? They are sick. They can't breathe, can't believe it. Some are through. I'm done. Why would you go back? Because the Sussex squad was put in place to hate the royal family and to hate the monarchy and talk down on it and bad about it. That's what the Sussex machine was about. And now they're turning. I think I'm too drunk to have a stroke, but as soon as I sober up, I'm going to have a stroke. Wow. Like, what the F? I'm going nuts. You know how it feels when your bestie goes back to her abusive husband after sleeping on your couch for months? See, that's that stupid stuff. Abusive husband. What was abusive about UK? You can't even compare the two. Sometimes you just need to learn that all you can do is wish her the best. They have turned their backs on this girl. It's weird. I thought they loved her. I thought they liked her. I thought they cared about Meghan. I thought they supported her. So if they support her, then why are they talking like this?
Oh, she's paying for it now.
Yeah, the Sussex squad has turned
on her bad.
It's horrifying.
Oh, Ziggy Lee.
Oh.
Let's do that Rico case.
Hi, Cece.
Hey,
Oh,
Cece.
did you pray for me?
Harry and Meghan may call this temporary. They may keep Montecito and their businesses in California and insist this is not a return to royal life. But 6 years ago, they left Britain determined to prove they could build something bigger and better on their own. And now, after all the details, the deals, the interviews, the accusations, and the promises of a new life in America, they're heading back to the very country they walked away from. You know, the one that Harry said his father and brother were trapped in. So, you know, Charles stayed, William stayed, and now Harry's coming back. Now, whether you want to call that an admission of failure, a change of priorities, or simply Harry realizing that home is home, I'll leave that for you guys to decide. But one thing is for certain, for me, this story has come full circle in a way I don't think even Harry and Meghan expected. So let me know what you think, in your comments. Put them down, make them good.
Give her a
Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button and the bell for all notifications. Then go down into the description box where you'll find the link to my Twitter, my Getter, my Rumble, my email, a link to my father's.
Well, the gigantic ego has landed. Prince Harry's officially back in the UK for a much vaunted visit, which has now inevitably become another soap opera. And as it happens, he couldn't have timed it better if he was acting out a script written by his worst enemies.
Okay, we're not going to watch that. That's old. I thought it was new. I'm going to do another live after this. I'm going to deep dive. I'm going to deep dive Danny Robertson's live from yesterday. I thought it was I was on there, but I thought it was interesting and wanted to point out a few things that she discussed on her live. So I'll probably come back in the next 30 minutes and do that live. Keep it flowing while my bones is warm and good, whatever. I believe they are getting out before it becomes substantial headline news.
Yeah, I agree, Debbie. I think we all agree with you there.
And it's going to be like, oh, that's why they left. Uh-huh. That's why they left. I want to thank you, Demon Dictator, for joining me today. I appreciate your lovely presence. I hope I didn't talk over you too much. But
no. I love coming on. I love talking about it.
I love having you up here, and this is the perfect time because all this controversy about them moving back to the UK, and I definitely understand my UK family that is not feeling these two and not really wanting them back in your country. I get it. I get it. I see it. But we love you. I love you guys. Have a good one. Have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to play my song on the way out.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye, beautiful.
Yeah. Let's grab it. Come on, yeah. Come to lady like you on a panel do. Well, on that channel got a royalty news. Nothing never nasty as you keep it refined. Sovereignty and the royalty combined. Share the story, every side, every view. No jumping to conclusion, that's what lady do. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's the royal to keep it. Don't want to interact, no subscribe, do. Yeah, lady, last shot.
You mean because I said the Sussex Squad is all about going after the royal family? Yeah, some of it was about that. And so for her to be going back to the monarchy or back to his family, they're all upset with her, which is weird because they're supposed to be supporting her. I would hope my supporters would support me through the end, even through, situations such as this. But I guess they're like, the hell with that. Hold on. Did I screw up? Hold on. Whoa, I thought I had screwed up. Okay. Back to the music.
Tip into the room, crown on her head and the tea goes boom. Got a kettle on, I got her receipts on that. Better in the child like what happened on this. She don't need drama, drama, she don't need a fight. Should hear both sides and get the story right. Classy in the daytime, classy at night. Even when the comment section started looking like a fight. She said, hold it all and let's hear them all. Before somebody's reputation takes a fall. Royalty served with a biscuit or two. Lady Lottie, she got no fan or do crew. Lady Lottie, she got no fan or do. All I got that channel got the royalty, no. She classy, never nasty, yeah, she keep it refined. Covering the tea and the royalty combined. She listen to the story, every side, every view. No jumping to conclusions, that's what lady do. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's the royal decree. God's every king, now subscribe to me. To me, tea in the cup, tea all over the screen. Lady got opinions, but she keeps them pristine. Somebody said, lady, you gotta pick a side. She said, darling, I'm listening, let's take that ride. One side said this, other side said that. Hey, lady takes notes while she adjusts her hair. And all fan to do laughing, girl, you better go. She says, I get the facts before I steal the show. Yeah, royal family drama, yeah, bring it on through. But don't spill the tea on the royal shoe. She'll cover the palace, the crown, and the crown's tea. And probably explain it while sipping green. Come join the she shut up and don't lose. I got that channel, got a royalty news. She classy, never nasty, yeah, she keeps it real fine. Covering the tea and the royalty combined. Story every side, every view. No jumping to conclusions, that's what lady do. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's a royal decree. God's every king, now subscribe to me. Fanadoo's assemble, everybody get ready. Lady Lottie, she's commentary steady. She got the tea kettle doing overtime. Somebody pass the biscuits, it's commentary time. No need for a sword, no need for a crime. She'll politely turn the royal gossip upside down. If the palace gets messy, she'll be right on the case. With a cup in her hand and a smile on her face. She says, darling, let's not get carried away. We'll hear everybody before we call it a day. Classy, never nasty, that's the motto she knew. Lady Lottie and a fan of do crew. Come join Lady Lottie and a fan of do low. Pull out that channel, got the royalty news. She classy, never nasty, yeah, she keeps it refined. Covering the tea and the royalty combined. She'll listen to the story, every side, every view. No jumping to conclusion, that's a royal lady do. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's a royal decree. God say the king, now subscribe to me. Subscribe to do. Don't be shy, step through. Finna do squad, what it do, what it do. Grab your little teacup, put your pinky up high. Royalty so high, it's about to touch the sky. Lady says, be classy, everybody says too. Somebody spilled the tea, somebody blame the crew. Kettle started rattling, the biscuits flew. And Lady Lottie, she said, I didn't do it, did you? Come join Lady Lottie, she no fan of those who pull out that channel, got the royalty news. She classy, never nasty, yeah, she keep it real fine. Covering the tea and the royalty combined. She'll listen to the story, every side, every view. No jumping to conclusions, that's what lady you. Not a fan of Meghan Markle, that's the royal decree. God save the king, now subscribe and do the mid. Subscribe and do. Subscribe and do. Lady Lottie shop.
Lady Lottie shop.
And the Fanadoo crew.
Oh, the Fanadoo crew.
Wow, you guys, I'm very shocked. Stephen A. Smith got a little bit of goddamn sense.
Comes up every time. Thank you guys for joining me. Come back in the next 30 minutes because I'm going to go live again. And I would love to see you guys. Okay? Mwah. Kisses. Thank you for your support. It means so much to me. I hope you enjoyed the live. I'll see you in a minute.